I don't know. Jessica don't really come up for this one. But I tell this guy, say, go come on down here, see what she do. She said, they don't do the second surgery for her already. I told you, Jessica last week. I told her, let me come and meet you in the hospital where she was. Jessica said, Favor, don't worry, she'll be okay. Now people are calling me from the group. Jessica is dead. Jessica, not be single girl. At least sister is calling me. Jessica is dead. Why was she going to do BBL? I told this guy last week, go and remove it. She said I've already done the second surgery for her. Why must she do this thing? Jessica, I'm looking up to you. Hey.
So apparently the gist today or yesterday was that this beautiful, beautiful, light-skinned Ochakomaka fine girl lost her life due to complications from a BBL gone wrong.
Right.
The summary of, or my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, is that she had done a BBL previously successfully. Come to find out years down the line that she didn't like the proportion of her legs to her bump.
Right.
So wanted to do a fat transfer.
To add more, so that it to be more proportionate to her
legs.
Yes.
Now she went to I think Indigo was the first place she went to, and they said no, her skin was too tight. And she went to this place that she has gone to now, just call it CY Clinic or whatever. And they agreed to do the surgery, but there has been major complications since. So they've done, I think, 2 or 3 surgeries since the second corrective one. The first one was that there was blockages immediately after she had come out of the theater or something like that. Her ankles, her calves, part of her body was swollen. So they took her back to the theater, operated on her again. She wasn't getting better. As a matter of fact, she was oozing pus.
Oh my God.
And we've seen the video.
That was a little
heavy,
bit, that was heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was the one screaming, because why would you be awake for that kind of thing? Or whether it was somebody else.
Maybe after surgery.
Yeah. Oh my God. Because she was open, she was cut.
Yes, you could see her bone. It was that bad.
Oh my gosh.
And it looked like they had stuffed so much into it, and she was just screaming.
Right. What a painful way to go. Yeah. What a painful way to go.
Yeah. And then after they had done those corrective surgeries again, and she still wasn't getting better, they told her to go to Luce. They told her to go to Luce, and then whether Luce rejected her or
they didn't have an ICU bed.
They didn't have an ICU. Then they went to this other clinic that charged them
First Tac. That was on the recommendation of that clinic.
On the CY place, and then they offered her they charged them 1.5 million, and then it was not going to be subsequently 4.5 million per week. So the costs were building up, and
people had to go and sell some of their belongings and stuff to just try to support.
Pathetic story.
Oh my God.
Should she have?
First of all, may her soul rest in peace, because that's a horrible way to go.
Very.
I feel like if she had done the first one and it was success, man. So when you are going into any surgery, first of all, there are risks, right? Whatever surgery it is, there are risks. If the first clinic had rejected her, that was a sign from beyond, to say like, nah. I'm very curious, Sarah, about the second hospital that now decided to do that, because normally, Nigeria is not a real place, because usually, if it was this part of the world, you'll be able to see the doctor's reports, because there's a portal where you can literally go and pull medical reports and see the prior doctor's recommendations, and doctors will still do their own consultations. So unless we're not hearing the whole truth, why would another clinic, when one other place has said, no, we're not doing this, your skin is too tight, then another clinic will now say, oh yeah, come, we can do it.
Well, and this is my layman theory. Right. The CY place has a bad reputation.
Okay.
I've been hearing this people's gist since somebody passed away again from this kind of complication in 2023. And I don't know if I'm mixing it up, but I think it also happened again in 2024. They have these cases repeatedly. So am I surprised that they said, come, we can do it? Not really, because I feel like they are in it for the profit or whatever. They don't actually do their due diligence. And if you watch a lot of the videos about this subject today, you will see people condemning her that why would you go to that particular place? After the reputation you know that they have. Because you've probably gone to all these other places, they said no. Those are the only ones. So that should have been a red flag in the first place, to be like, why do people want me to come?
Right.
But I feel like she was too desperate at that point.
Desperate for what?
That's the conversation that
desperate for what? Look at how this girl, complete human being.
That's the conversation that
carry front, carry back, do everything. Like
carry
why?
Front, carry back that was already enhanced
with a beautiful face.
So was that greed at that point?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry that a life has been lost, but are we now supposed to develop pity because of what she went through, which was self-afflicted, as far as I'm concerned? You did not need to. You weren't sick. No organ was failing. You didn't have a life or death situation with your health. You decided that you wanted cosmetic surgery, knowing fully well the risks involved, especially because hospitals have toned you down. Meaning that this thing is, if we touch it, it's bad.
So hospitals have toned you down. Yes, I hear that. I don't condemn cosmetic surgery.
No, I don't condemn.
Okay.
I condemn the fact that she went back again on the same issue.
Just because we don't know, like, people struggle with a whole lot of things. There are esteem issues. And cosmetic surgery, when done the safe way, the right way, has a lot of benefits.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I, for one, have never been a fan of BBL. I'm sorry. Some people feel say it's because you have nyash, that's why. I'm sorry.
At this point, you have to stand up and show them.
This is a procedure that a lot of surgeons, plastic surgeons, they would like, no, I would do everything else but a BBL.
I don't do the BBL.
Right? Because it's such a risky procedure where the fat transfer, they're going in blindly. So let me just break down a little bit for you. You know, where they go and they inject those fats are very small, like blood vessels in the bum, where a lot of times they're putting in those fat deposits blindly because they can't actually see those vessels. If they go and miss it, that connects to the heart and goes to the lungs and all those things. And sometimes they might even get it right, but some will now sleep or come out somewhere and now go and enter that place and go into that place, and then it starts to gradually move up until it gets to that's a block.
And there's no warning for that.
There's no. It just that's it. It's done. And the deaths are so underreported because a lot of people, they do it in all these countries that are not regulated. So a lot of these deaths go unreported. Now, because of the advancements in science and all of that, they've now started doing what we call ultrasound assisted BBLs, where they are using ultrasound to guide them to actually see those vessels so that they avoid putting those fat deposits. But it's still a risk. And I still blame Tinubu's government for this. I still blame the Nigerian government, because at the end of the day, if our hospitals were regulated, if we had a system that works, and where some of these clinics are held to a higher standard, right? Because I'm hearing things about, oh, she signed 50-50, this or that. Let me now let you guys know something, right?
Legally.
In a country that works, if there is negligence, even if you signed away your rights, they can still come after you for negligence. So some people think that because you've signed that, oh, if something happens and blah, 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 still, in a working society, that does not remove the onus of the hospital to be able to do all they can.
Medical care.
Right? Medical care to the highest standard. Because they signed the Hippocratic Oath. So it is so it's first, do no harm. Now, if you prove that there has been negligence, is my point where I was going, is whether you sign that or not, the hospital can still be held liable. In a working society, that's the big clause. So when we have a country like Nigeria that thinks you can bribe this person, you can bribe the court, you can bribe all these people, there's no justice anywhere. We will only come shout on social media, carry placard, go outside, and nothing will still happen. Tomorrow, the next girl will go lie on the table and lose her life. That's the fact.
To play devil's advocate, I don't blame the government on this one.
Okay.
I 100%.
You don't blame the government for her getting to ICU and there's no ICU bed?
Yes, but these are all things that came after the fact.
But that's the thing now.
But had it been, because this thing you're talking about happens in America.
I'm not blaming the government for her death or for I'm blaming the government for the poor infrastructures and the fact that we don't have a working medical system that has checks and balances in place for doctors. We don't.
But my point, where I was going, and if you listen to, I forget this guy, he's a Beverly Hills topmost doctor, doctor something, I can't remember, I'll put it here. But he had said that in the last 2 years in the US, a lot of celebrities have lost their lives to this same procedure.
Oh yes.
So it is not a government problem.
We're saying two different things.
Okay, but hold on. I think what you're saying is that at the end of the day, she should, or her family should be able to come after the hospital and say,
no, that's what I'm saying.
There was negligence here, and you guys need to pay for it.
No, not necessarily.
So how should the hospital be held liable?
So if this doctor, for example, if another doctor or two had said, this procedure, we cannot do this procedure, your skin is too tight, why did that other hospital agree to do it? Knowing that. Okay,
maybe the hospital, this CY hospital, has realized that we can do it, but at the risk of this. At the risk of that, you agree? I do you not agree? The other doctor said, I don't want, there's risk and I don't want to even chance it.
Right.
We can chance it. This is CY clinic. We can chance it, but just so you know.
Do you know that can be argued in court?
It can.
Because you are the medical professional, you have the higher standard of care, not your patients. The way you explain it to me, right, in a layman's language, you say, look, you can do this, but the chance of you losing your life is 80%. I don't want to do this, but if you say let's go ahead, blah, 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 show us the proof that you went through all these steps. And this is why informed consent comes into play.
So we wouldn't know that.
That's what I'm saying.
We wouldn't know what the conversation was between her and the hospital. Because I don't know why in any way, in any setting, they would have given her something to say sign 50-50 or something. Because me, I'm thinking they've probably given her pushback. And she's like, I'm aware of the pushback, but I still want to go. That's what I'm saying. I'm not blaming anybody else. Fine, it's rubbish that the hospitals that she went to subsequently didn't have the infrastructure needed to take care of her. That's absolute rubbish. But this is a problem we've been fighting since day one, that she knows about. That if she had
okay, so you are going back to the Nigerian government now.
I'm going back to the girl. Because if she knew that at some point this thing might become bigger than the hospital and I might need help outside of this, and the Nigerian system is bad though.
Okay.
We don't get hospital.
That's it.
Or I travel outside, I go do my thing. Because that's why a lot of people do it, is to go abroad and know that they know that if push comes to shove and this facility can no longer take care of me, to not government hospital. And government hospital cannot do the work.
Right.
So let me go outside and do this surgery. Everybody knows the risks of doing medical procedures in Nigeria. Everybody. So I'm still going back to blame this girl, that there was, first of all, no need to enhance your body again. After you have scaled through it the first time, I love when you say you didn't like BBLs. I was waiting for you to finish because I'm like, I don't have anything against this procedure because I personally think that I've had 2-3 different kinds of procedures in my body and they're all risky. There was not C-sections. There's not one that is safe or you can go in and close your eyes and come back and wake up guaranteed. None, right? So they're all risky in that sense. But the BBL one, I get the craze of it. I'm not a big fan, but I understand. It looks really good when done properly. So I won't say don't do it. But my own is you've done it well.
I beg, don't do it.
You've done it well the first time. You've survived. You've been flexing on us on social media. And then all of a sudden you say you want to go. Because I'm seeing that a lot where people are going back. I'm seeing that's a trend that's happening. People are going back to enhance more, add more, remove more, put more, took it.
So back to blaming the government. Because if there was enough jobs for the youth, if there was enough, if people were guaranteed that when they come out of school, they have a job, they don't need to rely on one Yahoo boy or one Odogu somewhere to come and fund a lifestyle. That they like breadwinner. Come on, she's a breadwinner. They were relying on her to do this, to do that. Who knows what she was doing to make money? So if she had an honest living, and I don't know, maybe she did, right? And because a lot of girls, they do this so that they can attract more men.
Absolutely,
they can attract the men. And what are these men looking for? Big nyash. That's it.
But she had now. What did they pay me?
She had it. She had it. But I mean, it's very, very sad. And I really pray that because we can go on and on and on and on. Right? Let us learn to appreciate ourselves. Like I understand from a place of low self-esteem, from a place of not having confidence, from a place of, but you did it right the first time. There was no need to have gone back. And for people that are looking to do this procedure, I personally would say, please don't. But if you have to do your research and really understand the risks, if you can save up that money, go abroad and do it instead than risking your life, or go to the one that you know that, okay, people have done it, their success rate is high.
It's higher.
It's very, very high.
It can never be 100%.
No.
But at least they have more success
and
than.
Yes, and make sure, because all these things, they make sure that they have, they're checking like your history, right? Medical condition, all those things play a part. Like this girl, that what killed her was sepsis. It was infection. That was what killed her. And at that point, even though you've taken out all, because I was seeing some comments where people were like, oh, but they took out all the infected fat tissue. Why did she still die? Because the sepsis don't already infect the blood, and your blood, all your blood has already, like, the infection has spread everywhere. There's not. What do you want to do? At that point, it's already late.
Yeah, no.
You know,
I'm all for it. Like, do what you can to make yourself feel good, feel confident, but like, do your research, ladies. I don't subscribe to the madness that is happening right now, where plastic surgery is the order of the day. It's actually madness. I don't think there's a natural body in Nigeria anymore. Small now. Everybody's enhancing. And plastic surgeons will tell you that by the time you're 60, 70, these things don't look good anymore. So I don't understand what we're rushing into. But if you like it, I love it for you. Just be careful.
That's it.
Okay.
And rest in peace and family and
sister Elena. Yeah, this is such a sad loss.
As well.
Love and light, guys. Bye.